We're doing the 11 questions that were given by Tim Ferriss. As part of the 11th question, he sent those questions to the world best, and they all gave him a different perspective on his life, and he uses that whenever he's feeling down to put himself up. He even shared with us in a form of a book. The book is called The Tribe of Mentors. Please pick a copy if you want. I'm not advertising, he didn't pay for anything in here, but it's a tool that I quite like. The 11th question is, if you feel overwhelmed or unfocused and have lost focus temporarily, what do you do? I think there's three ways. There's three ways. If it's a short-term project, if say for instance you gave me something to do for today, and then I found myself, my mind is wandering a little bit, I do task switching. Working from home, it becomes easier. If I'm stuck in the office, you can just get up and make coffee and then get back to it. Before then, I remember this one thing, we went into a Menko offsite, management offsite, where we go with the MD and all the management committee. And I was asked the same thing. And then the motivational speaker came to me and spotted me, and I was sitting there. I'm sure he's just looked at a young boy. He said, "What do you do when you are under stress?" And then my answer came naturally. I said, I switch on a movie. And everybody cracked up laughing, because this is how, management committee, you're not supposed to be talking about such weaknesses. He says, "How do you watch a movie?" Because he thought that I was saying I watch a movie at home. I said, "No, when I'm at work, I put on a tablet on the side, and then I switch on a movie, and then the movie that's working and the task that's in front of me somehow, calms me down, and I don't feel overwhelmed anymore, and I'll continue with my work." And he said, "Wow, at least you identified what used to calm me down." But nowadays I don't watch much movies anymore. What I do is to do task switching. I'm one of those, the easiest task for me will be, go pick up water in the fridge, go into the bathroom, go make coffee, make a sandwich, something quite small, if it's a short-term project. If it's a long-term project, like for instance, I lost focus on, it's a 2-year or 3-year project, like writing your dissertation, for instance, or completing your I don't know, whatever big project is. What I would do is I would engage myself in a short-term project. But here's the trick: the short-term project should be aligned with the big-term project. If, so for instance, I'm doing the thing about investigating, digital economy and digitalization of spaza shops, what I would do in the short-term thing, when I'm losing focus on the whole researching part of thing, for the short term, then I would actually throw myself into maybe hopping from one conference to another, where I hear what other people are talking about. So, doing that, I would just go around and just look at the map. And I remember one point I was hopping from one conference to the next because I was stuck with my dissertation. And then I get back to my dissertation, and then I hit it hard. So the third one is, if it's a school thing, I know I already alluded to my dissertation here, but if it's a school thing, like if it's an assignment and I've lost focus on it, what I do is I would, let's say when the assignment is due in 3 or 4 days, I would stop completely in a day or two, not even think about the assignment at all, just stop that day and then give myself time. When I'm left with 7 and 3 days, I would hit it hard on 1 day, intense work, or 2 days. And then I'll skip a few hours, then I'll read it one more time, then I'll do the submission. But the stopping portion is where I'm saying, I'm overwhelmed by this assignment, I don't know where to start. But in so doing, I'm not going to think about it, but I'm going to preserve my energy, that when I go woosa on it, I push it hard. I don't let that thing to say, come back and say, it's still overwhelming. The fact that I gave it that day or two, that should be enough time for me not to even think about it. When I open up the laptop and I start typing, it should just be free flow from there. So when I'm feeling unfocused and feeling underwhelmed, there's a few things that I do. It could just be walking, could be whatever, or it could just be not thinking about it or taking up another task that's aligned. So that's what I do when I'm